So, of course, this is Arby's Kitchen Talk, where the heart touches the soul, and we decided to do this podcast away on vacation.
Yes. Is this your first time, Auntie, having a podcast while you're on vacation?
It is.
Wow.
I was tempted to do it last year, and I just didn't because
Okay.
it was always so fast-paced, and it really wasn't enough time. And when I finished, I was tired.
Okay.
But this is marvelous. Okay, so
Absolutely.
Cabo is gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
The weather has been perfect every single day.
Every single day. Nice high 80s. You could see the ocean for miles. It's endless.
Beautiful.
You guys I wish that you could all be here to see the scenery. It's fabulous.
It's fabulous.
It's luxury.
It is. We're at a luxury resort.
Yeah.
And we deserve it.
Absolutely.
So the people are great. The service is great.
Yes.
I mean, it's perfect.
Everyone's happy.
Everyone's happy. And I can see why people come back, because we've heard stories of people coming back year after year because this place is just phenomenal.
Wonderful.
So we spent many days at the pool. Every day we've been at the pool.
For hours.
For hours. And we've eaten at the pool.
Yes.
And we've everything. So we learned to respect the towel.
Respect the towel. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Go
respecting the towel. When you get to the pool, there's a simple rule that is just, I guess it's an unspoken rule.
That's it.
And people take it seriously.
Very much so.
So when we first got here, day one, we arrived and our room wasn't ready yet. So we're like, let's start our vacation. Let's go to the pool. Let's relax.
Mm-hmm.
No seats available.
None.
Full. A lot of seats were empty, but there were towels.
There were towels. And you just knew that you just kept going. You didn't stop.
Yes. You didn't move a towel. You didn't take anyone. Like, it was reserved.
It was reserved. And everybody knew that. And now, if it hadn't been for this really kind gentleman who said, you guys can take the chair, and because where I'm sitting is cool, we would have had to do what? Go over to the outside restaurant, sit in the sun. Sit in the sun and pray that maybe someone. But listen, people don't even move. They're there all day. They're day. So we have learned to respect the town, because when we get up to go, we expect
that our seats will still be there.
They gotta be
respect the towel.
It's true, and it
really is.
It's just this phenomenon that no matter how long you're away from that lawn chair, from that chair. Now,
it could be hours.
It could be hours. You don't touch it.
You don't touch it. I love that rule. Actually. I love it. It shows respect.
That's right.
And
listen, here's the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
You don't touch anything that's on the towel. You don't peek. You don't move anything. You just walk right by.
Just walk right by. I love it.
I love it. Like, our things are there right now, and we haven't been there for about 3 hours.
We haven't, and we are trusting
that it's going to be there.
That it's going to be there.
And we know it's going to be there because respect the towel.
Yes.
That's the recurring thing.
Now, one tip that we would love to
give go ahead.
Is at the resort, if you know this unspoken rule now, you get to the pool area as quickly as possible, first thing in the morning.
Right.
We got there today, maybe a little before 7.
Yeah, about 6:40, 6:45.
There were already towels.
Already there.
The prime location that we wanted, already booked.
And here's the thing. We're like, how early did people get up? They had to been there because, first of all, we found out that management comes and clears the pool area by 4. So there's nothing there, everything. So that means that people must have gotten up anywhere between, say, 4:30, which is early, and say 5:30, because the towels are already there.
Already, yeah.
That's early. So people set the alarm.
That's commitment.
But
we did set an alarm as well.
We did. We set the alarm. In fact, I set it today, and it went off, and I went right back.
I think I heard it too. And I looked at my phone. I was like, "Oh, it's still early. We got time."
And then, of course, we get down there. We don't get the spot that we wanted, because yesterday was perfect.
Yes.
But here's the thing: the people.
Yeah, talk about it.
The people were friendly. You know, you walk by someone and they're afraid to look at you.
Yes.
Everyone said hello.
Yes.
Folks spoke in Spanish.
Yes.
Diverse crowd.
Very, very.
If everyone's friendly, people help you out.
Mm-hmm.
And it couldn't have been a better vacation. I think I will come back here time and time again.
Yes.
I think I will.
It's the quality.
It's the quality. And let me just say this. It's hot. It's hot because the sweat's coming down right now.
The sweat is coming down. And it's only, over here, it is 8:47 and it's 88 degrees.
It's hot.
It's hot.
So and the tan, forget it. So I'm already a few shades darker.
Yes, we are.
We've had the hat and all that. We tried to protect ourselves. But the other thing is you've got to put that sunscreen on.
Every couple hours.
Unless your sunscreen, affords you more, put it on. Because if you don't, you may wind up with some issues.
Absolutely.
Maybe not now, but when you return home, you'll feel the effects. So keep that spray on, sunscreen on.
Yes.
So we were talking a whole bunch this whole creation.
We really were.
About so much life lessons.
Yes.
And one of the lessons I learned was, this is a really good one. Don't put unnecessary worry on yourself. Don't take unnecessary anxiety. Learn to prioritize what's important and what's not important. And you said something today that really helped me yesterday, to sometimes change the perspective. Because worry can make you really go to the deep end. But if you can just change your perspective, you don't worry as much.
Absolutely.
Because what's going to be is going to be. And if you believe that all things work together, it's going to work out.
Absolutely.
But you said change your perspective.
And it's not easy. Sometimes you actually have to actively work on changing your perspective and thinking more positively about the outcome. Because there's a lot that we can't control. Most
of everything. Now, let me just say this. I know there's another lesson you want to share, but this trip was perfect.
Yeah.
We got to the airport. We did the Uber. Got to the airport. Checked in.
Right on time. Everything was on time.
We didn't have to wait. As soon as we got to the gate, boarded. Within minutes, we got off. Everything was like clockwork.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't think I've had a vacation that was so smooth in terms of checking in, doing everything right, getting your coffee or whatever you want. It was perfect. It was perfect. So, what other lesson did we learn? Because I know we did.
We did. One of the things was pouring into ourselves and really digging deep into self-love and self-care, right? Because at times, being in a helping field, focusing, just being a family member, you're taking your time to make sure that everyone is okay. And that takes a lot from us. And I think this vacation really showed us, we need to take care of ourselves. We need to relax and enjoy the present time. Because when we go home, life will just, begin again.
Exactly.
All of our responsibilities will come again. And I think everyone deserves time to just enjoy the moment.
Enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
And we had a few hiccups. Well, I had a couple of hiccups on vacation.
On vacation. And you could have honestly let that, Auntie, really just, ruin the experience. Because it happens all the time.
But you know what? I said, it's not going to happen. I'm going to take control of my feelings, my emotions.
Yes.
And I'm going to let go of all of the anxiety. And sometimes you have to also think about, why is it happening when it's happening? Why are you stressed? Why is stress coming into your life at this point in time? And usually because it's a distraction. Usually because you're doing something really well.
Yep.
You're on a good path.
Yep.
Good beat. And it wants to just kind of knock you off.
Yes.
Another thing I learned is boundaries. You've got to set those boundaries.
And stick with them.
Because if you don't, you will be all over the place. Because distractions will come and just want to tear you down.
Absolutely.
Set the boundaries, keep them there.
Yeah.
And learn how to say, I'm investing in myself because I'm supposed to do that. And let everything else go.
Right. I think you made a good point, Auntie, because without the boundaries, like you said, we'll just sway with the emotions. And you could get so dizzy. One minute you're happy, the next minute you're stressed, the next minute you're worried. And that's not good for the body. That's not good for the soul.
It's not.
You know?
It's not.
The fact that when you set your boundaries and you stick to them, you feel grounded. You feel stuck in your place. Place of peace.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I have had the privilege of vacationing with my niece, Josephine. I call her Jo. And she is lovely. The best.
Oh, Auntie.
The best. I mean, I could not have had anyone on this trip with me.
Yeah.
That would have been better than you. Honestly.
Yes.
This trip was the way it was, as happy and free because of you being on this trip.
Auntie.
Yes.
I'm honestly just a reflection of you.
Oh my goodness.
Everything that you see in me is because you see it in yourself.
Wow.
Absolutely.
That's really nice. That's really nice.
Yes.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's good. It's so good to have positive people around you.
Absolutely.
Iron sharpens iron, right? So if you've got someone who wants to gripe or see the worst, but if you, look at this. What kind of bird is this?
Oh.
What was that? Was that a parrot? I don't know.
It was a yellow pretty
something.
bird.
But if you have someone who's always going to look on the positive side,
Yeah.
see the positive side to life, you can't be with any other person that could be better. I don't know if I
agree.
said that correctly, but I mean, it's different when you have someone who's positive, who's affirming, who's confident.
Confidence is key.
Confident. I mean, we have had to be in confidence, because we had to put that bathing suit on. You know what I'm saying?
And confidently walk out.
And confident
to that pool.
That's right.
However we look. The body came.
The body came.
And it gave what it gave.
And it gave what it gave.
And
it gave what it gave because we were confident.
Yes.
And proud of who we are.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And that's the only way to be.
Mm-hmm. So it's important to really choose a good vacation partner.
Very true.
Someone who's like-minded, because Auntie, we've been up at the crack of dawn together. We didn't sleep in. Our personalities are the same. Our goals of what we want to accomplish this trip were the same. And we talked about it before even coming here. What we wanted
to accomplish from this trip. Yes.
Yes.
And, I'm an early riser. So to know that you were was perfect. It was perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we stated what we wanted to accomplish. And we've done just that.
Oh, and might I say, it's been a really great experience with you, Auntie.
Thank you so much, Lise.
Yes.
So, what we're going to do after this is we are going to the pool.
Yeah. Another day.
Another day. We've got our book. We've got our music. And we are going to take our time and enjoy every moment. We're going to be present.
Yes.
And we're going to eat.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to listen to some music.
Yes.
We're going to join in with the other folks at the pool or whatever they're doing. Because that's the other thing.
Yeah.
We don't mind going into a group of folks.
Oh, yes.
That we don't even know.
Right.
Joining in with their fun. I mean, how is it that you're going to just
walk in? Just walk up to
just walk up and just and we've done that and everyone's like, hey, where are you from?
Yes. Instant connection.
Instant
good vibes. I think that's what vacation does. If you are miserable on vacation,
something's
wrong. Then you did not accomplish what you came here to accomplish. Because everyone that we've encountered has been absolutely lovely. And I think that's what vacation does to you.
Yeah.
It should.
It should give you a new perspective of life. And here's another lesson learned.
Okay.
This world is huge, and we will never be able to see it all in a lifetime.
Right.
Because there's so much to see. But my lesson is this, that God created this earth with all of its beauty. Sun, the moon, the mountains, the hills, the forests. And I believe he intends for us to enjoy all of it, the ocean, and to just embrace it all
Yeah.
and to enjoy it because it's beautiful.
Yes.
And to be able, well, I'm a traveler, so I mean, I go.
You are.
But I'm telling you, I am a better person. The outlook, the perspective, the understanding of other people, of other cultures has increased by virtue of the travel that I've done. I mean, there's something that comes that opens your understanding as you go and move throughout this world and see how beautiful it is and the people in it.
Right.
And you can't get this sitting in the house.
You cannot. You cannot.
You can't get it, just kind of staying,
in your little bubble.
In the little bubble.
Right. Yeah.
There's so much that is available to us, but we have to go out and we can't allow fear to keep us in this little bubble. And I believe that God wants us, our perspective, to increase, that we become more than one-dimensional in terms of our outlook and perspective and understanding, and travel and beauty and enjoying this wonderful creation is a way to do that.
Yes. Appreciation. If anything, that travel, seeing all the different worlds and cultures, it's an appreciation of life.
Life, that's right. That's right. And the beauty that life brings, because there's so many beautiful people, so many kind people that you really do get to see. And you know what? I have Facebook friends from vacations that I've traveled.
Yes.
Vacations I've had. And we are still, in contact.
Oh, that's so
Australia,
beautiful.
Africa, California, Texas, where else? Spain, Barcelona. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And you meet these people and they bring a certain element to your life that makes you feel valued. Because they see a light in you.
Yes.
And you see a goodness. This couple from Australia I met in Greece last year. And they were believers, husband and wife believers. And we sat in the water just talking about life and God's goodness. I mean, where do you go? How do you find someone all the way across the
world
to be able to talk and share?
Wow.
I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
When you travel, when you open yourself up to new things.
Open yourself up to new things. I like that.
And appreciate this beautiful world, this beautiful life.
Yes.
That God has given. So many
I feel all of that. So many lessons.
So many lessons.
In such a short time. We've talked so much about our lives, our challenges, our triumphs. That connection. We're building such a deep connection.
We are.
It's so beautiful.
Even our fears.
Yeah.
Sad times.
Yes.
I want to say something about healing. Healing doesn't happen overnight. Right. It takes time.
Yes.
And we want to rush it.
All the time.
But you can't, some things you just have to let time do its thing.
Yeah.
And healing is one of them.
Yeah.
But you want the time you need for healing, because if you go into another relationship or just dealing with people in general, if you haven't resolved what's in your heart and and in your soul, and you don't have the peace that you need, you're not going to truly be happy until you just let it all go. Absolutely. And you receive the healing. So, if you're listening to this, don't rush the process. I know you want to, but you got to let it do its thing. Let healing work for you. And once it has, then you can really move on the way you're supposed to.
Right. Because what happens, I feel, with everyone, ourselves included, if we're not healing, we're just taking any unresolved trauma, unresolved pain, unresolved issues right on into the next situation, the next relationship. And then we have to fix that and heal that on top of, life. So it is great to give ourselves the time to take our time to heal. Absolutely. Do that internal work.
Right. Right.
Because it's work.
It is.
Healing isn't just like you said, it's not a 1, 2, 3. It's not a linear, it's up and down. And sometimes you may feel in your life like, oh, I'm healed. I'm good.
Yes.
And then a life event will happen, and then you feel like you're back to ground zero.
That's
just
good.
like that.
And let me say something, triggers.
Talk about
Triggers
those.
can really set you back.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a sign that you've not fully recovered. You haven't. And it's only when the trigger is no longer a trigger that you know you moved on.
Right. And also learning to cope too with those triggers, because we're human. So at times, something may come up and it stings a little bit. You're like, oh, I thought I was over it, and learning on, how to cope through that definitely helps.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I can't tell you how important therapy has been to me.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't until I went to therapy that I realized that I had this unresolved trauma.
Yeah.
That was over 50 years.
Wow.
Over 50 years. I never even thought that it was trauma, but it was. And what it did is it affected how I entered into a relationship.
Yeah.
It happens. And it wasn't until the therapist opened my eyes to that, just by simply asking some questions. Yeah. And it was that simple. But then once I knew what the issue was, then I could start to, heal and pray for recovery, because the trauma resulted in different, had different, what do you call it, Joe? You're in this there, you're in counseling. It showed itself in different ways.
Yes.
Behaviors.
It comes out. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you don't know that you've got a trauma, you're living with this behavior.
And you're
just
like, think,
why am I acting this? Why am I feeling this? But once you know what the trauma is, that explains the behavior, and then you can begin to work on the behavior.
Right.
But so for 50 more years, and more than half of those years, I was a believer and didn't even know. So
yeah, it almost reminds me of a perfect metaphor is like going to the doctor, and you're giving them symptoms, and the trauma, that's the core root, but the symptoms are, attachment issues, dealing with, rejection, dealing with anxiety, dealing with depression. Those are the symptoms. And we have to get down to the root of the issue.
That's right.
And being brave enough, because it takes courage. A lot of people can admit, like, oh yeah, I got issues. We're not perfect. So we all have our issues.
People say, yeah.
But it takes courage to say, okay, I have these issues. Now I want to address them. Now I want to resolve them. Now I want to heal. And that can be scary for some people, especially if you feel like you're doing it alone. So I'm so happy that we're both in therapy.
Yes.
We can do it with someone who is professionally trained to deal with those issues and to help us.
Yes. That's the glory of learning to adult. Learning to adult, because I've heard people say I'm adulting. But you know what? You aren't truly adulting until you can take full responsibility for your actions, for your behavior. And let me tell you something. You can be 60 years old and not fully adult, because if you can't take care of your finances, if you can't take care of your the trauma, you're only partially adulting. So if we're going to be complete adults, we've got to address all of the issues that we're dealing with, regardless of what they may be.
Yeah. Yeah.
I believe that.
I believe that too.
I just made that up.
I like it, Auntie.
But I think it's true.
I think it's true as well. Because you have a lot of adults here that really struggle to have that accountability.
That's what it is.
Self-accountability.
Self-awareness.
That part too.
Yeah.
You
know what? I've done, I admit it. And that's not the end of it. I'm getting help.
I like that you said that, Auntie, because a lot of times we can just simply see our faults. And when you see your faults, when you look in the mirror, you see your reflection, see all the things that you may have done or your thoughts or whatever, you could feel so terrible about yourself. And you could stop right there. But you said, and I'm working on it.
I'm working.
And I'm addressing it.
I'm addressing it.
And I'm making amends. You know,
that's right. That's right. And listen, but I want to take it a little bit further because there are people who say, I'm working on it. And they've been working on it
that's
for years.
Yes. That's true as well.
So it's actual work.
Yeah.
You know, it's because you want to be free. You don't want stuff hanging on you, weighing you down. So it's important to not just say you're working on it, to actually do it.
Right.
And see the evolution in your life.
Yeah.
In your heart, your behavior.
Absolutely.
That's so important. And then when you go on vacation like this, you know, you can just really chill and see how you've evolved, how blessed you are.
Yeah.
And how far you've come.
Yes.
You know?
This was a great vacation, Auntie, because we not only relaxed, we dove deep. You know, we've had really deep conversations about many different things. So it feels refreshing to unload a little bit, you know, be vulnerable with one another, learn these lessons, plan for the future, be appreciative for what we have now. We did a lot.
We did.
It's only day 3.
It's only day 3. So, and look, I am not anxious to get home.
Oh, no.
I'm not anxious, but you know what?
Yeah.
That's the good thing. We talked about this also. Vacations don't have to be just once a year.
Yes.
Personally, I look forward to vacations, the next vacation, and
already thinking about
it. You know, so that's the pleasure of this life, that we work hard so we can play hard, right? So we do the 9 to 5,
like yes,
and we do the saving because we are going to enjoy this creation that God has afforded us with.
Absolutely.
And we can look forward to the next vacation, the next experience.
Yes, because that's all it is, just life experiences. And when you open yourself up, when you change your perspective, you welcome so many blessings.
You do.
You really do.
You do. You do. I love this conversation.
Me too.
It's just a continuum, right? Because we've been talking.
We really have.
And, you know, I'm so happy that you said, let's do a kitchen talk.
Yeah.
Right? In Mexico.
Why not?
Yeah. So this has been wonderful. Thank you for joining me.
Absolutely, Auntie.
Love you so much.
I love you too. I love you too.
Yeah. And so, you know, we're going to sign off now. But you're listening to RB's Kitchen Talk, where the heart touches.
Yeah. Beautiful.
All right.